This is the eAhora M1P Pro Electric Motorcycle sitting in front of me right now. Just looking at it, you can tell it's built with a classic cruiser style, kind of like those Harley choppers, but in a sleeker electric package. You'll notice the long forks and high handlebars, a wide well-padded seat, and a chunky triangular area where you'd expect to see a gas tank, but here it's all about those big batteries. Honestly, when I first saw it in person, it felt a bit intimidating just because of its size and build. I'm no professional biker, and I had a bunch of questions. Is it going to be hard to handle? Is the whole electric motorcycle thing going to be complicated? Would it really work for everyday use? Let me share my quick review and some real-life experiences after spending time with this machine. The M1P Pro comes with a 4,000-watt motor and a 60 volts battery system, topped off with a 42 eAhora capacity. Sounds technical, but what it means is you've got a lot of power and a strong battery that covers more than just short city trips. On paper, eAhora claims a top speed of 50 miles per hour and up to 55 miles of range. In my experience, if you stick to reasonable speeds and don't hammer down the throttle all day, the range feels true to those numbers. If you're curious about practical speed options, you get 3 modes. Mode 1 keeps things chill around 20 miles per hour, which is plenty for city riding. Mode 2 is peppier, around 30 to 35 miles per hour, and Mode 3 really opens things up, getting me over 45 miles per hour on open, quiet streets. I never hit the full 50 mile per hour since I wanted to keep things safe, but it definitely has muscle. Let's talk about handling and the ride. I was actually surprised by how stable and comfortable it felt. The full suspension, that's the shock-absorbing setup on both the front and back, makes rough patches or speed bumps much less of a problem. The wide handlebars and the way you sit upright actually helped with my confidence, especially since I'm not exactly a tall person. The seat is one of the best features for me. It's big, wide, and honestly feels more like sitting in a comfy chair than on a regular bike seat. On longer rides, I didn't end up with a sore back or numb legs, which is absolutely a plus. About stopping power, there are dual hydraulic brakes. These provide smooth, dependable braking, which gave me more peace of mind when rolling down steeper hills or hitting traffic lights. It feels responsive and not jerky. The electrical system, including the dash display, is straightforward and easy to read. I appreciated that all the basics are right in front of you: speed, miles ridden, and battery charge. The screen is color and has a backlight, which is helpful when riding at dusk or in low light. There are thoughtful features sprinkled throughout. There's a built-in alarm and remote start capability, so I don't even have to pull out the key every single time. You get a pretty powerful horn, a practical cell phone holder, and even a USB charging port so your phone never dies on the go. Bluetooth speakers are there for tunes. I didn't use them every ride, but when I did, the sound was loud enough to be heard clearly over traffic. There are also side bags included, plus a small toolkit. It's small touches like these that make it stand out as more than just a basic electric vehicle. Now, as for road legality, yes, it's DOT approved. Where I live, I can ride it on public roads without a motorcycle license since the top speed stays under 50 miles per hour, but definitely check local rules before counting on that. The mirrors are wide and solid, lighting is strong and full, with blinkers, high and low beams, and brake lights. I find the lighting system especially reassuring for riding home after work during the shorter winter days. Let's talk about weight and setup. The M1P Pro is heavy. It's much more of a motorcycle than an e-bike, so moving it around the garage or parking it takes a little muscle. I'd recommend having a friend help when you're first getting it set up. Most of the assembly is already done, but you'll need to attach the handlebars and mirrors. There's a clear instruction manual, and eAhora's support responded fast when I had a quick battery question. There are a couple of things I wish were a little easier. For one, if you're mostly after super long trips, you'd probably want to invest in the dual battery setup, but that does cost extra. And while I got used to its heft, beginners, or those not super comfortable with motorcycles, might need some time to build confidence. Parking, especially on slopes, takes practice, but a sturdy kickstand with an automatic electric cutoff helps prevent any mishaps. From my experience, charging is straightforward. You just plug the included charger into a wall outlet. The full charge takes about 3 to 4 hours. Battery longevity is always a worry when going electric, but after a few months, I haven't noticed any loss in performance, and eAhora says the battery's good for hundreds of charge cycles. Feature-wise, the fat 14-inch tires really stood out to me. They're sturdy and feel grippy on city roads, a bit of gravel, or even sandy patches by the river. I definitely wouldn't call myself an off-road rider, but I had a couple of slow rides over rough paths and felt safe, not jittery or tippy. If you're wondering whether this is a fit for you, in my opinion, it's perfect for adults looking for a practical but cool-looking electric ride. It handles city traffic with ease, has the open road capability if you want to stretch your legs, and really delivers on comfort and range. I'd recommend this for daily commuting, running errands, or just enjoying rides on weekends or evenings. It can absolutely replace short car trips, especially if you want to save money, skip gas stations, and avoid parking headaches. There are a couple of trade-offs. It's not feather light, and professional setup is a solid move for anyone new to electric motorcycles. Keep an eye on your battery level. If you plan on a long ride, start with a full charge so you're not stressing about getting home. One thing I want to mention is the overall look and presence. This bike turns heads. Even people who have no clue what it is stop and ask questions about what it's like to ride and how far it goes. The retro cruiser design gets a lot of attention, and I admit I like the feeling of pulling up somewhere and seeing people do a double take. In conclusion, the eAhora M1P Pro Electric Motorcycle surprised me. It gave me more confidence in my ability to handle a motorcycle, even though it's all electric. With its strong motor, long range, and comfort-first design, I think it strikes an awesome balance between performance, looks, and everyday usability. If you're on the fence about trying an electric motorcycle, this one deserves a spot on your list. I've had an overall positive experience and plan to keep using it for my city rides and daily commute. I will leave detailed information about the eAhora M1P Pro Electric Motorcycle in the comments for your reference. Thank you for watching.